This is an old camper we bought secondhand. This and a pop-up camper. We have a campground here at our survival retreat for our tribe members. This one is getting worked on at the moment, so it doesn't look very pretty. It's a bargain basement price. Floor wet and solid, we have to replace it. Air conditioning, heat, everything worked in it except for the little mini refrigerator, which in a bug out situation, not going to be using the air or the fridge. Came with a nice hookup here. The truck, of course, we needed to pull it. We had some issues here. My husband had to take part of the side out to get to where he needed to work on the attachments to the floor. Now this, if you have a camper as a bug out vehicle, of course you have storage and camping all in one. This little one, it's not very large. I'll stand back here a little bit so you can get some idea of size compared to my chicken coop. It will limit where you can go as far as terrain and how fast you could go, and you would definitely need a truck to pull it. You know, maybe a van or other SUV, something of that size and strength, but you would have sleeping area and storage all in one. The roof is not pretty. It's all stained and old, but it's not bowed at all. It's sturdy, and you also could do storage up on top of it. So there are pluses and minuses with every type of bug out vehicle or trailer that you have. Having a variety of them is what is ideal. It's taken us more than several years to accumulate our new to us bargains here, that we've had to do some fixing up on most of them. But now we have a variety. We don't want to ever have to leave our survival retreat. That's only a last resort. But having the tools we need to work this retreat, to surveil it, and to flee if necessary, in multiple vehicles with the maximum amount of supplies is very comforting. This is the inside of our small livestock trailer. It doesn't have screening up to the windows. That's something you could do to keep bugs out. You can even put little rebar, other types of bars on it for safety. It's just used for livestock, so it's not all pretty. But as you can see, it's fairly spacious. The floor is sturdy with rubber mat. Has nice solid doors. And you definitely could use something like this to double as a camper and a bug out carrier trailer. Ceiling's nice and thick and sealed. If you go looking for a secondhand trailer, you really want to look at the ceiling and the floor. Lots of times the floor gets replaced because manure eats through it. That's not a problem. If you know what you're doing, you're handy, or have a friend who is, you can simply use wood and put down a new floor. Now that the goats have hopped off the trailer, I'll show you this one. This one is pulled frequently uphill on our gravel dirt road and through mud by the four-wheeler. When we put some hay bales on here, take kids for a little fun ride, we were able to sit 8 kids on here fairly comfortably. We had temporary sides on at the time. It's held firewood, it's hauled big logs we've brought up the hill to chop for firewood. You could carry people and supplies on here, and give you a little bit of idea about the size of it. You can see the swing set in the background. It has a nice durable hitch. The only problem with the four-wheeler and some trailers is getting them on and off. This one is easier than the smaller trailer because the tip where you have to flip down here before you connect it is not quite as tall, so it doesn't get stuck in the muffler. So when you're buying a trailer or any kind of ATV vehicle, you want to check and see how compatible they are. This one, even though it's bigger and heavier, I can get off on my own quickly and easily. The smaller trailer you'll be seeing next is always a constant battle to get it off the four-wheeler because it gets stuck in the muffler. This is our smallest trailer. We use it mainly for hauling wood. It didn't have any sides on it and only had no bottom when we found it here in the property. We just took some scrap wood and built our own. As you can see, it has a short pole there and a very tall flip-over piece when you connect it to the ball and a hitch. This is the one that you tend to wrap your knuckles on, and I really don't like to use it. It's easier to turn around being smaller, but it's difficult to hitch and unhitch. In an emergency survival situation, you want everything to be able to be used as quickly and easily as it can by anybody in your group, in your family. Being able to hitch a trailer up is something you could teach your 8 and 10-year-old children how to do if the equipment can be maneuvered easily. It's hooked up to one of our smaller tractors, which you really wouldn't think is a bug out vehicle, but it's a 4x4. And farm kids around here grow up learning how to ride tractors and drive them at a fairly young age. This is a very, very durable tractor. It can go up and down behind the barn in complete mud. It's not really tall, worrying about flipping over. It's very low to the ground. I like it much better than my husband's tractor. And it can easily pull this trailer or the bigger trailer, and it has pulled that large hay wagon on level ground that wasn't super muddy. So making use, having items that are dual purpose, just like items in your bug out bag, that's handy with your bug out vehicles as well. With the 2 tractors and the 4-wheeler and the truck and the 3 usable blazers and the trailers, we can move semi-loads out of here quickly as long as everybody knows how to drive them. We take some spare parts and tools to work on them if need be, including a spare tire, at least one. It does take up a lot of space. If you get a tall enough trailer, you can attach it underneath or attach it to your side panels. The vehicle's not going to get you very far if you have a tire blow. But practicing your drills, hooking things up, getting things loaded, having them ready to go, everybody knows what they're supposed to grab, what goes in what vehicle and trailer, will get you out as quickly as possible and without forgetting any important items.